Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Betsy Bartlett, and Dana's supposed to do my PowerPoint for me. There it is. Okay. And then you can go to the next one if you want. Okay. So the name of my business is Blissful Life Center for Natural Health. I've been in Winchester since 2013. Before Winchester, I was in Romney, West Virginia for 20 years. And before that, I was in Washington, D.C. for 12 years. So I've been in practice for 42 years. And I have been a chiropractor all of that time. And then in the past 20 years, I have been a nutritional practitioner along with chiropractic. And my nutrition testing is called nutrition response testing. And I have started that, let's see where we are. Okay, we started that because I found as years went by, patients were just getting worse and worse. They weren't holding their alignment, and decided that there must be something more I could do. And that's how I found nutrition response testing. And so I have been working hard on helping people with that for the last 20 years, along with the chiropractic care, which kind of goes hand in hand because they kind of go together, because really they're both about just correcting health. So with chiropractic care, we're correcting the spine. See where you need to be here. You can probably move to the next. Okay. We're correcting the spine. Each segment of the spine correlates to different parts of the body. And when those parts of the body are breaking down, the alignment doesn't hold. So over the years, I just found that people's nutrition was getting worse, so their spine wasn't holding alignment, and I needed to do more. And that's how I got into nutrition response testing. Let's see where I am here. With my chiropractic care, okay. I'm very specific. I do very gentle chiropractic care. We adjust your spine, we adjust your joints, your knees, your ankles, feet, elbows, shoulders, whatever needs it. When I check you out, I see what you need and work on whatever part of the body it needs to be adjusted. And then if I find as you come for chiropractic care, if you're not getting better, then I usually say, well, maybe you need to do some nutritional support. So then we put them into you can put the next one if you want. Okay. So then we just start on doing nutrition response testing. If there's one before that, maybe? Go back one. No? Well, before, no? There, that one. Okay, so this just kind of shows the spine and how it relates to different parts of the body and how you can affect different parts of the body by adjusting it, and you can also affect it with nutrition. Okay, you can go on. Okay, so nutrition response testing uses kinesiology or muscle testing to check the body to see exactly what parts of the body aren't working right. So if your liver's not working right, or your kidneys, or your heart, or whatever it might be, then we test the whole body, find out which organs are in distress, and then we offer a whole food, nutritional whole food supplement to help correct that imbalance. And through the muscle testing, I can determine which supplement your body needs to correct that imbalance. And we do that. Along with that, we're also doing, you gotta go. Okay, go to the next one. Okay. Oh, all right. So we're also, the company that I use is called Standard Process. They have been around since 1929. Dr. Royal Lee was the founder of Standard Process, and he's the one that developed all the supplements. And he was actually a dentist. But he was very, very ahead of his time. And with this, he also developed the farms that grow the produce and whatever goes into these supplements. And he also created a processing plant so that he could process all the things needed to formulate these supplements. So these supplements are special because They're grown on a farm, they're processed in their own plant, and they're special formulations so that we can correct the nutritional deficiencies other than just eating food, which you could also is very important. All right. Okay, let's see. Let me do a little bit more on that, and then I'll talk about our other services. So through this process, we help you detoxify, we help you get a better diet, and teach you how to eat, how to take care of your body, how to take care of your health. We also do a lot of other things when you're in my office. If you've got electromagnetic frequency distress, then I can tell that. I can let you know what you need to do to help it. I also have supplements that help that. And I can help you correct that problem for yourself with different kinds of products, like Soda Light is a really good product to negate electromagnetic frequencies. And if you put that near your router, near your computers, it will absorb all the bad frequencies. And there's other things, of course we do, but let me talk a little bit about our other services. And then at the end, if you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. Okay. All right, so actually my colonic hydrotherapist is here with me today. That's her there, Amanda Ings, and she's been doing this quite a long time. If you have a lot of issues with constipation, or if you have headaches, there's many, many things that colonic therapy helps. So as you look here, you can see it helps backed up toxic matter, and it helps evacuate it from the colon. She has what you call an open system. And there's two kinds of systems, a closed and an open system. And if you go to the next one, you can see that's the difference between the two systems. So the open system is what we have, and it's much more comfortable, much more relaxing, and you don't have to jump up out of the bed and run to the bathroom. It just does the whole process while you're laying there. And if you go to the next slide, you can see that's a picture of her room where she does her therapy. And if you want to go to the next one. So these are a lot of different symptoms that can be related to constipation. A lot of people, I don't think, realize what constipation is, but normal bowel movements would be every time you eat, which is extremely rare in this day and age because people don't eat very well, they're dehydrated, and the bowels just can't move unless it has what it needs to evacuate. So these are all the different things you may notice that you have if you are constipated. And sometimes people don't realize they are constipated because they think they're going every day or they're going once a day or whatever, but you'd be surprised how much better you'd feel if you had a colonic. Okay, so the benefits. The next one. Okay, so we got the benefits, of course, of the colonic hydrotherapy. It will help hydrate you. You'll have less gas. It boosts your immune system, helps with weight loss because a lot of times people will come in and they have an awful lot of toxic waste in there and they might lose a few pounds while they're on the table. So they get reduction in inflammation. It reduces risk of colon cancer because you're getting your colon cleaned out properly, which is something that most people don't have. It's a good thing to do now and then just to keep things moving and cleaning out. It increases your energy because you don't have all that toxic overload in your system. It rebuilds it helps to rebuild the cellular levels, which just helps to increase cell response and get the body moving better. All right, if you want to go to the next slide. So this is how your colon looks when it's healthy. It looks like the one on that side. And very commonly, when the toxic matter gets in there and stays a long time, it causes a prolapsed colon where the middle of the colon falls down. And people don't realize what that causes, but it causes all kinds of problems with your uterus, your ovaries, your bladder, your prostate, because these toxins leak out into the system and create all kinds of problems for those organs. Cause urgency, urination, urgency, and prolapsed uterus, and very commonly people will have these organs removed when it could have just been constipation. Okay, you got it. Okay, so another service that we offered at Blissful Life Center is AMP Coil. AMP Coil, we have a special lady who does that. Her name is Devin Heilman, and she came to me a few years ago and helped herself greatly with the AMP Coil. She has chronic Lyme, and the AMP Coil was created to help Lyme, but it also helps a lot of other things. So what it is it's a pulsed electromagnetic frequency generator. It has a biofeedback app that can take a voice analysis and determine what is going on in your body so that we can determine what's best to use on the AMP Coil to help you. We offer different things on the AMP Coil. We offer cleanses, and we offer organ balancing. We have sessions for depression and anxiety, and a lot of different things it can do. So if you can go to the next one. So if you look at this explains a little bit about what that is. So the pulsed electromagnetic frequencies is just, we use a Tesla coil with that, which helps to, it's like a, no, it's like, it would be like an amplifier. So the amplifier runs through the Tesla coil. The Tesla coil you put on the body, and the Tesla coil pulses the frequencies through the body to help to rebalance and restore normal balance in whatever we're working on. Okay, and that's with the biofeedback app. You can go ahead. Okay, so that's the modified Tesla coil. That's what it looks like. And you can go on to the next one. Okay. So as I said, it was originally developed for Lyme, but again, it helps many other things. You can go to the next one if you want. So these are all kinds of different things that the AMP Coil can help you with. We have found, though, that if you're going to do the AMP Coil, it's best that you start with making sure your colon is moving and that your nutrition is balanced, and then you'll get the best result. Because if you're constipated or your nutrition isn't up to par, then it's not going to work as well. It's going to make you feel ill. Because of if your body's clogged up and you're not detoxifying properly, then the stuff that's coming out has no place to go. So it's important that we do a few things with it to help make sure it works well. You can go to the next one. So this is one of the things that we offer to help people when they do the AMP Coil or any other detoxifying thing that they need to do. So this is an ion detox foot bath, and we have that at Blissful Life Center. We use that with the AMP Coil, and we also use that to help detoxify people that want to get a little speedier result. And this is how this works. So there's 2,000 pores on the sole of each foot, and it draws the toxins out through the bottom of the feet. If you want to go to the next one. Okay. So detoxification, of course, is very important if you're going to get better. So that's why we offer a lot of different things to do that. But that's what the ion detox foot bath does. And if you want to go to the next one, I think it'll show. So these are all the different things that it can help you with. It can help you remove heavy metals, chemicals, free radicals, body waste, improves body alkalinity. And it can boost these different things, benefits or that. Okay, if you want to go to the next one. So this is how it looks when you have one. It starts out with clean water, and by the time you're done, it looks pretty awful. And those are the different things in the chart there that it can help remove toxins from. So you can go to the next one if you want. So this is my information. You can go to our website. You can call if you're interested in an appointment or if you have more questions. And I'm happy to answer any questions that somebody may have. Okay.
All right, I'm going to say this. I've been around medical guys for the last 23 years. For me to buy health insurance for myself and my wife, what do you think that costs a month? I'm self-employed. What's it cost? $2,400 a month. Gives me a $750 deductible and $7,500 out of pocket for me, $7,500 out of pocket for her. That's $15,000. Do the math. $15,000 plus $2,000 a month, $24,000, $25,000, $26,000, almost 50 grand if something happens to me. Now, I was always taught that a prevention is better than a cure. Would you agree? So I gotta eat right. And Dr. Betsy's right. I mean, my son's been through all of this stuff, and I just made a couple notes. I made a couple notes here, okay? I know a lot about Tesla. My wife and I have a Tesla coil. Okay, we spent about $300 and something on it. Tell me if it doesn't work, Barbara. Oh my gosh, does it work? All right? It cost me about $300. This is the future of medicine. What the medical industry is doing, you tell me, Dr. Betsy, what is the medical industry doing to us right now? What are they doing?
They're killing us.
They're killing us.
They've been doing that for many years.
Did you see that foot bath? Now, what kind of medicine went in you? Now, I can spend 50 grand a year. What would it cost to have me as my doctor I know. What did it cost to have you keep me in shape?
Well, it's, it wouldn't be, maybe.
Not 50,000, would it?
Oh, no.
40?
No.
30?
No.
20?
No.
10?
No.
5?
Probably
See what I'm
less than
talking
that.
about? And I'm looking at this stuff, and I know about the frequencies, and you use sound, right? Use light? Sound?
Well, this particular thing is sound, and it runs through the Tesla coil, and you don't hear it necessarily, but you'll feel it in your body.
Kind of like a tuning fork.
Yeah, and the machine can play different frequencies to help rebalance your organs, rebalance some of the nutritional components. It can help with Lyme. It's very good. It helps with Lyme. People would have Lyme. It helps to lower their pathogens and makes them feel a lot better. It can help your brain. It can help anxiety. It helps depression. There's just a lot of different things that it can do to help you.
What about heavy metals?
So heavy metals would be more the foot bath and nutrition response testing.
Where do we get heavy metals and all of this stuff from? Where does this all come from?
Heavy metals come from many different places. They come from metals in your teeth. They come from
Dentist.
fluoride and aluminum in your water. They come from all kinds of processed foods. Medications have a lot of mercury in them. Vaccinations have so many toxins you can't even discuss them all. So there's just nothing I do is going to put any more toxins in your body, but it will help remove them all and help you regain your health.
So what do you think the government's trying to do to us right now as far as food and medical and all the other stuff? Can you tell
They're
us?
just trying to kill you.
Oh, they're what? Why would they do that?
Why would they do that?
There is a depopulation agenda, guys.
Yes, major.
No matter where. Oh, we've had a long discussion about this. What are they trying to do to us?
That's right.
Hmm?
Yep. Yes, just make money
and that's
while they
called-
torture you.
What agenda is that?
Agenda 20, I think it's 2030 now.
Who knows about Agenda 2030? There's a few people in here that don't know about Agenda 2030. They're trying to take us down to 500 million people. That means they're going to kill 7 billion of us. How are they doing it? Air, food, water, all these toxins. And then they charge you for this.
Yep.
They charge you. For me, it would be almost $50,000. Back surgery was 58 grand with insurance. That's after, now I had to spend 15,000 plus the $24,000, and then I'd be walking like this. Do you think you could fix me between all the stuff that's going on right now with what you do?
Absolutely.
And what would that wouldn't cost me $58,000, would it?
I know.
Would I feel better? Would I get rid of the
Yes.
metals at the same time?
Yeah,
Would I be
you
eating
feel-
healthier?
Yes. You'll
Could
eat
we get
healthier.
milk at Matt's and be a lot better?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Do you see where I'm going with this? This is why I asked Dr. Betsy to come here. Because a lot of people would look at this and go, okay, she's talking about foot baths and she's talking about Tesla. This is why I said we've spent about between Barbara and I, about 40 to 50,000 hours. I'm not kidding you. This is years and years and years of studying this. Jamie knows this stuff. You know how this works, Jamie? They tried to kill you, didn't they? Would they give you all kinds of garbage, Veclory and Remdesivir and all this other stuff? Could you have helped him out during COVID?
Yes, I've had many patients that have had COVID, and I never closed my doors when it started
Why not?
because I knew it was a big scam.
Well, wait a minute. So I didn't have to wear a mask in your office?
I never wore a mask
Oh my, why not?
because it's a scam.
Because it's what?
It's just it was just a big production.
Oh,
of
is there
trying
anything?
to
Is
tell
there
us-
anything in the mask, Dr. Betsy, that can
Yes,
help
plenty
you?
No, but there's things that can harm you.
Like what?
Like nanoparticles.
Oh, nanoparticles, graphene oxide?
Graphene oxide.
Oh, how many people took the mask off a week after they wore it? Unless you walked into a store and they said, you got to put that on. And you were like, okay. All right, is that okay? No, you got to put your mask on. All right, hold on a second. Let me put this around this here, and I'll still hold this up here. This is why people like Dr. Betsy are so important. You listen to what Jackie's doing. You listen to what Dr. Betsy's doing. You heard Dr. Sherry earlier today. This is why we did this, because we're being conned. We're being conned out of thousands, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, and we feel like garbage at the same time, and we're paying for it. Mm-hmm. It's like putting gas in somebody else's car and not even driving to work with them. You ever done that? Here's some gas money. Okay, see you at work. Okay, that's what they're doing to us. This is why the importance of these conferences, this is why it's so important. They're killing us. They're killing us. Don't think that they're not. Well, I saw on Fox News that, and CNN that we're going to be okay. And they have this new biodegradable, bioengineered food that'll give me 2,000 calories a day. 2,000 what kind of
Or
calories?
just eat bugs.
What is it?
Just eat bugs.
Oh,
That's their new
bugs.
thing.
Is that what they want to
eat
feed
bugs.
us? What do they want to feed us?
Bugs.
Bugs. How many people in here knew they wanted to feed us bugs? Don't laugh. It's true. It's true. You might think it's funny, but why do you think your colon looks like that? Why do you think your head hurts? Why do you think your chest hurts? Why do you think you only go to the bathroom once a day? And then you walk around going, man, my stomach's upset. Oh, my God. You got some Tums? Yes.
Since I am that person,
She's my colonic hydrotherapist.
if you think about the formula of how you all have been jacked up over the years, look at your age times 365 days.
Now, what was that? Say that again.
The formula, too, is basically if you look at your age times 365 days that you've been on this earth, what have you done to yourself day by day for the age that you have come to this day? And so your colon is affected by those ages, those days, over the years that God has allowed you to see it. But he's also given you plenty of years to get it right. And a lot of us don't get it right because they don't think it has nothing to do with them until it's too late. So when they come into our office, of course, we do a consultation. I took over that conversation. But it's hard to sit down. It's
You
hard
can
to
talk.
sit down.
You can talk.
But it's hard to sit down and not educate people when we don't know. As he spoke earlier, the Bible said we are perished and destroyed because of what? So when you all are out here today and you're getting knowledge, just know that God is rewarding you with awesome greatness because you're wanting to be the change you want others to see. So we definitely appreciate seeing you all. But yeah, just think about the days that you have tortured yourself not knowing and thinking that you go every day and it's natural, you'd be surprised at stuff that come through my tube. And engagement rings, mental, all kind of stuff have come through my tube. Parasites,
Oh, yeah,
you know, all these
parasites.
kind of things, because people hold on too many emotions, and your emotion has a lot to do. I buried 3 of my family members with less than 2 years
Because of COVID.
because of COVID, and because I'm fighting for them, but I'm educating around the world, but I'm burying my family and friends because they choose not to receive. So thank y'all for coming and enjoy.
Also, now this is going to sound kind of crazy, and then I'll let Dr. Betsy go. Somebody told me, this is kind of crazy, and you might have heard of photonics, haven't you?
Photonics.
This is a photonic shield. This makes my blood
Okay.
flow correctly.
Okay.
And I had somebody said to me, my wife has one too, and it was like $150, and somebody says, you bought a credit card for $150? No, I bought a photonic shield for $150. Do I feel better? Absolutely. I'd rather spend $150 here and $50 there and go see Dr. Betsy. My son feels a lot better. Was he in bad shape? EMF.
Yes, he
How
had
many
a lot of
people know my
problems.
son? How much have you heard about him being in Baltimore? What does everybody say? Hey, Chris, when you moving back? He says, I don't know, Dad. But he's getting he sits under a 5G tower, for goodness sakes. So what do you do for him? Everything.
I educated him
Mm-hmm.
and gave him the supplements that his body need to heal itself.
And what kind of water did he get?
He he got a water that is called John Ellis water.
John Ellis water. How do you get John Ellis water?
John Ellis water is a machine that makes the water, and it is, once it's made, it's cleaner than any other water that you could ever get. It's bonded at a hydrogen bond angle of 115, I think, and that means that it will never change. So once it's made John Ellis water, it can never go back to be polluted. But any kind of water that you put next to it, or you put a little John Ellis water in it, will change to John Ellis water.
Boom. Go ahead, Ryan.
Yes, it's a structured water, but it's the bond angle is 115, hydrogen bond angle, which is when you structure water, there's a lot of ways to structure water. Yes, lots of them. But this is just over the years of studying water. That's what I've done. This is the thing that I found that is most hydrating, most cleansing, most detoxifying. And you can take this water and you can take 10 gallons of it and put it in your well, and it will change your well to John Ellis water forever.
Boom. What are we drinking? Didn't you hear what Matt was talking about earlier? Farmer Matt, he's saying, well, we got this in the soil and this in the soil and this in the soil and this. Who's on city water? Could they fix their city water with your John Ellis water?
Yeah, they could, but they won't.
Huh?
They could, but they won't.
All right, but if they had, could they do this at their own home with the water that they have?
Well, they can do, yes, they can. You
okay.
can use your tap water. It just takes longer to change it. I usually recommend you buy spring water just because it's quicker and easier to change that.
Awesome. Does that make sense? Yes, you had a question, Steve?
Is there a simple explanation of how the water is converted to that? You're talking about the angle of the hydrogen and the oxygen, I assume?
Yeah, it's called, I don't know, they call it a hydrogen bond angle of 115. And evidently that angle, when you get it to that angle, and John Ellis was the only one that could figure this out, supposedly, you can't ever be changed back.
What does that? A machine?
It's a machine. Yes, it's a machine that cleans the water, and then as it's cleaning it, it bonds it to that.
Awesome.
I do have John Ellis water. I make sure all my patients take it home with them.
My son has it.
If I come buy 10 gallons of that water for you, I can put it in my well.
You can, or you can just buy 1 gallon and make 10 from that.
You said if I put, okay, but the bottom line is, if 10 gallons go in my well, it converts to John Ellis.
Yes, what you would do is you would turn your pump off, put the water in, wait 6 hours, and then turn your pump back on.
Amazing. Any other questions, guys? Ryan?
Not really a question, just going to add on to the stuff you were talking about, what they're trying to do, and why she's so pivotal, people like you, yes, gems. 2015 to 2020,
Avatar A is what they've been planning. That's what they call what they plan for us, Avatar A.
Oh.
2015 to 2020, a robotic copy of the human body remotely controlled via BCI. That's the brain to computer interface. That and all the vaccines, it interacts with everyone that's had it, and that goes to the Internet of Bodies.
The Internet of Things.
Right.
Internet of Bodies.
Yes.
Avatar B, 2020, 2025, an avatar in which a human brain is transplanted at the end of one's life. 2030 to 2035, Avatar C, an avatar developed in which a human personality is transferred at the end. And then Avatar B, 2040 to 2045, a hologram-like avatar. This is what they're putting out.
Which means we don't exist. We're useless
What they
eaters. Pastor Jack, you had?
What do you know about med-beds? When are we going to get it?
Well, I've heard a lot about med beds, but I don't know exactly when we're going to get them. But I do believe that we will get them.
I do too. I've seen a lot of stuff from Charlie
And
Ward
they're,
and Simon
as far
Parks.
as, I'm sure they're frequency based, but very advanced. And there's a lot of that out there now. Many, many things that
Good
have.
stuff. This
There's
is
so many things out there right now that weren't available even, or people didn't know about them. There's
they've
the
been hiding it.
Yeah, there's something called the EE system, which is a energy enhancement system. It's a scalar wave system that you go and you sit in the room, and there's screens that give off these scalar waves that put you in a 0-point energy in a clockwise toroidal field, which allows the body to heal itself much better.
Why wouldn't they let us use something like that now? Do you know?
Well, we are using, it's available, but they
No
don't want
money
it.
in it.
They don't want it, and they don't want you to know about it.
Money is not the root of all evil. The love of money is the root of all evil. They're not trying to cure. The
No.
more they keep you sick,
No.
the more you come back, the more money they
just-
make. That's why we're here.
Yes.
Any other questions, guys? We're going to move on. Let's give Dr. Betsy a hand. Thank you for being here today.
All right.
Thank you so much.